All right, we are here again for a double header. Man, we know we don't do this, but this is some really cool things to talk about. We finally got a topic that's in our wheelhouse that we feel very comfortable to talk to you guys about this evening. This is an Ebony Star Network broadcast sponsored by the E Nation and produced by none other than Dame Frankie herself. We're going to be talking about, do black women belong to black men? Very interesting topic. Usually we stay away from stuff like this, but this right here, believe it or not, is right in our warehouse. And we have a different perspective than everyone else. Tune in right now to hear what that perspective is all about. It's Gangster Talk. Drop it, the most beautiful. Yeah, little Keith Murray, y'all. Old school. Y'all know I love bringing that old school, man. I ain't gonna never let y'all forget the old school. I'm gonna keep playing old school music because that's good music. That's when black people cared about each other and our music was good. Even the rap music was good. I mean, it's all screwed up now, but we can get it back if we really put our minds to it. You know, we can go back to the old school ways. and bring it back. But anyway, shout out to everybody showing up, getting ready to show out. This is going to be a huge topic. We might carry this over into another show. We might carry it all this week because it's a huge topic. It can be talked about for days because there's so many levels and layers to it. Okay? The aspect we're going to talk about tonight is just one aspect of it. There's just so many more ways you can come at this topic. Now, normally we don't get involved in gossip and what everybody's doing on social media, passing things back and forth. But when we heard about this actually is in our wheelhouse, believe it or not. And we have a pretty different perspective on it than everybody else. Because this actually has to do with Black relations between Black women and Black men. And that's what we promote on this channel. So we have our own perspective on it. We got the Thunder Princess with us tonight. Dame is under the weather, even though she's producing. So she's riding shotgun. She's going to be in the back. She's nursing a pretty bad cold. But the Thunder Princess is with me tonight. She's got a perspective on this as well. Come on in here, Thunder Princess.
Hey,
What's going on?
everything cool?
You ready to get this thing rolling?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So first, before we really get heavy into the topic and I give you my perspective and the perspective of the East Star Nation, we're going to let the Thunder Princess give you her perspective. And it's quite different. So here's the question. Do Black women belong to Black men? So Thunder Princess,
Yes.
do Black
Ye-
women belong to Black men?
Yes. Black women belongs to black men.
Okay, so you're saying yes. Tell us why.
Okay. The reason why I said black women belongs to black men is that, you know, we were created in a society that black men have to protect black women and they have to be around black women. So that is why I said black women, they have to be under the black men hands. So I will say yes because of that. They have to be around them. They have to protect them. So I will say yes because black women have to be under black men care.
Okay, so you're looking at it from the perspective of the Chinese woman belongs to the Chinese man because he takes care of her, he protects her, and provides for her, right?
Right.
And the Latino woman belongs to the Latino man because he protects her, he takes care of her, and he provides for her, right?
Right.
Now we can keep going on and on. Now, but here's the problem with what you're saying, which is probably what you're going to run into. When it comes down to the black man, some will argue that used to happen, but it don't happen anymore. Like today's black man isn't protecting the black woman. He isn't taking care of the black woman. And he most certainly isn't providing for the black woman, nor is he providing for his children. So what you're saying may have been true back in the 70s or the 60s. But today, the black man isn't doing any of those things. So just by his behavior alone, his behavior is telling you that not only do black women don't belong to him, but he don't care anything about them. As a matter of fact, he sees them as an enemy. So what would you say to that?
Right. Because now the black men that we are having now in our time generation, they are weak. They can't stand firmly to black women and they can't fight for black women. That is why they can't provide, they can't protect black women especially.
Well,
So
if
I
that,
see them.
well, let me say this: if that's the case, then we can't say that black women belong to black men because he can't protect her. He don't provide for her. He don't take care of her. These other races of men, they protect their women. They're providing for their women. They build housing for their women. They have employment for their women. They take care of their children. So their women don't have any problem belonging to them because belonging to them is a good thing because he's doing what he's supposed to as a man. Today's black man, and I'm going to say today's black man as to not encompass all black men because we got some good brothers out there who do not fit in this category and it's not fair to them. Brothers like Hassan Burton, Truth is, you know, and the list goes on and on and on. So I'm just going to say today's black man has to exclude a lot of the old school, hard working brothers who are doing it the right way. Now, today's black man, I've gone on record many times saying that he's not worth two nickels to rub together. He's not protecting, and he's super swirling. He out here super swirling. I mean, he on now, forget just about white women. He on anything that's non-black. Anything that's not black, he on it. So by today's black man, you would have to say that black women don't belong to black men. Leonard, what do you think?
Right, but I can't say that because we have some of the old school people that they know how to care about black women, and then they know how to protect their children and provide. So when we saying
Okay,
it,
hold on. Let me answer Yvette W's question. Where you gonna go? Where you going to start a family at? Where you going? You see, the world don't really care about you either. Matter of fact, they're trying to get rid of both of us. You know what I heard yesterday? I heard a group of black women on social media, right, talking about taking up arms against black men to protect themselves against black men. They're arming themselves. They're arming themselves because they see black men as the enemy. Because when you see, we talk about stuff from the ground level, meaning when you come outside your door, you're affected by what's in your environment. That's what we talk about. A lot of the big channels stay away from that. They want to get on some commercial shit. They want to get into celebrity gossip. No, we talk about the ground level. What affects you as soon as you come outside your door. And this is what they see when they step outside their door. They see black men killing black women. They see black men having no regard for children. So now they feel that they have no protection and no one will protect them. So they've gotten to the point now to where they feel they have to protect themselves, which will actually turn into a civil war. And in any case, there will be no winners. We both will lose, and our enemies will win because they want to destroy us anyway. What better way to have us destroy each other? That's what this is leading to. You think that I want to see a war between black men and black women where there's nothing but dead black bodies? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see black men turn against black women like that. And I don't want to see black women turn against black men like that. We have to get a handle on our thinking. I believe that we're panicking. We're believing too much in social media. We're freaking out. We need to get a handle on ourselves. First of all, when you say, do black women belong to black men? See, that term belong is a problem because it makes you think that she's been demeaned down to some kind of possession, like a thing, like a like something that you buy at a novelty store. That term belong demeans her, and it demeans her presence. It disrespects who she is. If we don't belong to each other, who do we belong to? Nobody is going to take us in. I understand what it sounds like, but I believe that the black men and black women both should be practicing race loyalty. There are no other races that are willing to take us in like that without getting something out of it for them, such as slavery, sex slaves for the black women, slaves out of the dudes. Nobody really cares about us like that. So they got a lot of sisters hyped up and gassed up too, just like they got brothers out here who are mentally corrupted for some reason. Y'all think that there's some utopia waiting for you after you blow each other up, after you shoot the hell out of each other or cut each other's throats or cut each other's heads off. Whoever's left standing believes that there's some kind of utopia somewhere, kind of like jihadists, right? When they go and straight kamikaze or go and blow themselves up with a bomb, they've been promised that there's going to be seven virgins waiting for them when they get in heaven. How sad is that? That you've been talked into killing yourself with sex. I mean, we have a major problem in this country with understanding what's really going on and what's at play, right? So, Abby, you say that black women belong to black men just out of sheer
Right,
race loyalty alone, right?
right.
Tell us again why you believe that. You're an African woman. You're
Okay,
the original. Now, you're the original woman, okay? You're the original black woman. You was on this planet before anybody else, okay? So black men just didn't come out of thin air. They came from you, you know.
right.
So tell us again why you believe black women belong to black men.
Okay, the reason why I believe that black women belongs to black men is that, you know, we are kind of a women that we've been built for black men, that they have to protect us, they have to provide. And I know that black women, we are in the hands of black men. See, black women cannot go to other hand if black men are not there. So we have to be around black men, and black men also have to protect us. So we belong to black men, and black men also belongs to us. And if I'm saying that, I have to I have to be sincerely that now our generation that we are coming, it seems like we are losing some of the understanding with black men and black women. We don't understand the reason why black women is supposed to be with black men, because black men doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And it's true. They don't take care of the children, they don't protect them. It's true. But here is the case. Where are you going if you don't go to black men?
Well, let me say this, right? Okay, we can say this today because today's black man is really a terrible person. Now, we had a stronger group of black men who was really about their business and doing the right things, then it wouldn't be, I don't think black women would have a problem when somebody says she belongs to the black man, because if the black man is protecting, he's providing, taking care of his children, I don't think, and he's loving her and treating her right, I don't think that she would mind belonging to that. But here's the problem, though. Today's black man is not worth belonging to. Today's black man is a sellout. He's a ruthless sellout. Some of the, yeah, many of them are gay. They're cowardly. They don't want to protect. They are jealous of black women. They hate black women. They want to fight black women. They want to kill black women. And so when a black woman sees this, she doesn't see anything worthy to belong to. So when you say it today, with today's black man in mind, it becomes like an insult to the black woman, saying that she belongs to black men. You understand what I'm saying? Simply because,
Right.
simply because today's black man he ain't shit. He really isn't. And no matter what goes on, I don't care what's happening, he still tries to find ways to say something negative towards black women. Now, why would you want to be loyal to somebody like that? See, we're not practicing race loyalty. Other groups of people are practicing race loyalty. Their women don't have no problem belonging to them. But when it comes to us, it's problematic because the black man today isn't doing anything. And what kills me is a lot of these guys show up talking about some don't hate all black men. And why are we talking about this? Well, we're talking about this because, for one, it's a tragedy that you've allowed this to even happen. The fact that the black woman is walking around here talking crazy about you like this, talking about she don't belong to you, and that she want to abort male babies, keep the girls. The fact that she's talking crazy like that is your fault as black men. It's your failure as black men. We didn't have women running around talking crazy like that when I was growing up. We took care of our women. We didn't have none of that shit going on. Y'all got black women walking around here talking crazy, talking about aborting male black babies. What kind of hatred is that? That's the hatred that you put in her. I keep trying to tell you, you guys don't get it. When you find a woman, a black woman, that got that kind of hatred for a black man, a man put that in her. That don't come from nobody else. That kind of hatred comes from men. You put that in her. You got her running around here talking about you sound like a genocidal maniac because your actions are piss poor. Your behavior is terrible. You have no race loyalty. Then you are a threat to the black woman. You are a direct threat to her safety in many cases. You're either shooting at her, trying to kill her. If not killing her, you're killing her daughters. You're killing her children. What do you think she's going to do after a while, especially when she's in a situation where she's looking that there's no cavalry coming? There's no knight in shining armor coming. There's nobody coming. So she's going to have to protect herself. She don't have any choice. Her own men, the one that she gave birth to, have turned on her and have become her greatest threat. I mean, you start to become a bigger threat than the white man if you're not there already. I remember a poll was done by Cynthia G when she asked black women, would you rather be under black rule or stay under the current rule of white supremacy? Over 60% of them said they'd rather stay where they are. So that goes to show you how they feel about you, how they feel about your leadership. Why trade one devil for another? They'd rather stay with the devil they know. So why trade one devil for the other? I totally understand it. See, the problem here is that you guys think that there's something wrong with the black woman. There isn't. There's something wrong with you. You don't get it. You don't see that you're causing all of this. You know how black women feel when you get up on social media and proudly talk about not paying child support? You know what that makes y'all look like? You know what that makes you sound like? And so they have to endure this right now. Now, these are the women that you want to submit to you, right? They're sitting up here listening to you fight with everything you got about making a lousy child support payment. They listen to this stuff. How do you think that makes them? How do you think? What do you think that makes you look like in their eyes? What do you think is going through their mind at that point? They done had your baby, and now you don't want to take care of it. Now we can go and say we can go and make outrageous videos with fake outrage, talking about black women shouldn't be saying that. They shouldn't be saying abort male black babies. But is it any different when you treat her body like a sex object and get her pregnant and then offer to pay for the abortion? Wouldn't that be genocide too? Is that any different than her saying abort male black babies? What if the baby that you paid for the abortion was a black boy? Is that any different than them saying abort male black babies? So you okay with her aborting male black babies when you're treating her body like a sex object? As long as you get your little 2 seconds or 3 seconds of heaven, you cool with her aborting babies. As long as you get your little 3 seconds of heaven, right? You got no problem supporting aborting male black babies when you're treating her body like a sex object. When you just want to pump and dump. I've heard brothers go out all out to women and say, hey, listen, if you get pregnant, don't worry about it. I'll pay for the abortion. How come that's not called genocide? How come nobody's coming at you talking about, hey, you want to abort male black babies. You want to abort female black babies. You want to abort black babies. How come nobody ain't jumping on you about that? Why isn't that genocide? The thing about it is, you created this contingent of black women. This is your fault. Women need, I try to tell you guys on Gen Culture, you don't listen, you don't care. Women need protection, especially black women. They need protection. They need that more than they need anything because of the children. A black woman to be with a guy that's inadequate if he can protect her, she'll overlook a lot of things if dude can protect. If he can legitimately protect, she will overlook a lot of things. But you guys today, you can't protect him. You're cowardly. You won't fight the white man. You're scared to death of him. He's oppressing your woman, and he's giving your woman weapons to use against you. And y'all going to destroy each other in the street. I hate to say it, but this is coming. Unless we do something, unless something drastically changes within the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to be a war between black men and black women in the street. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Black women are going to be aided. And black men, you're going to lose that war. You're going to become a serious casualty because she's going to have help that's going to back her up. And they're going to be shooting at you too. You ain't going to have nobody. But she's going to have people come to her side. to back her up. And like I said, you have created this kind of behavior in black women. So do I believe black women belong to black men? Well, it depends on how you look at it. If you're looking at it like she's an object, or she doesn't have any feelings, like she's not a human being or whatever, then of course not. But if you're saying it in terms of race loyalty, are you race loyal to your black woman? Are you loyal to your black woman? I am. I'm hardcore loyal to my black women. Then again, I don't have issues with black women. You guys do. Well, are you hardcore loyal to your black woman? If you can't say that, then you can't say anything about her having an issue with not wanting to be with you. Why would she want to be with somebody that's not even loyal to her? The thing about it is, y'all want her to make all of these corrections. You want her to jump through hoops and tap dance and do a James Brown split and cartwheel and all that stuff. And swing from vines like a monkey, go swing on the jungle. You want to do all of these things, but you don't want to do anything for her. I haven't heard one of you Nagas offer to do anything for black women. Not even so much as purchase a bouquet of flowers. I haven't heard you guys offer to do anything. I've heard you get together and conspire against black women. I've heard you get together talking about black women don't have any value and their lives don't matter. I've heard you get together and have, 5 and 10 hour panels about how you think black women should be manhandled and that they shouldn't be allowed to say no to sex. I've heard you say all of these things, but I've never once heard any of you talk about doing something nice for black women. I've never heard it. Or doing anything for black women. I've never heard it. So you don't do anything for her. You don't protect her. You embarrass yourself when you come on social media screaming about child support payment. And some of you, your child support payment is like $75. You got a problem paying that. To me, that's actually an insult. You should be insulted that someone only wants to pay, somebody only wants you to pay $75 to $100 for your child. But you should be insulted. How dare you sit up here and say that my child is only worth, $100? A lot of you guys don't think like that because you're corrupted by pimp culture. And how's that working out for you? Your woman is taking up arms against you. You have lost your mind. You're out here killing black women and black children. Your woman is being provided weapons by your enemy. She's going to gun ranges, learning how to shoot. And guess what? At them gun ranges, all of the targets are black. The targets are shaped like males, and they're all black. Go figure that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Huh? So, do black women belong to black men? Do black men belong to black women? I would say absolutely yes. What other woman you belong to? You didn't come from no other woman. You didn't come from no Japanese woman, no Chinese woman. You didn't come from there. So why would you belong to the black woman? She's the mother of our race. We belong to them. They're the ones who bring us to this world. They're the ones who are our mothers. They are our mothers, as well as girlfriends and sisters and daughters. So why would you be racist? Why wouldn't you be loyal to them? Let me address one comment that I saw that I just can't get out of my mind. I heard a dude on a podcast tell a black woman that because black women have attitudes, black men are investing in white communities. Man, I can't get past. Wow. And you wondering why they're talking about aborting male black babies. So as black men, you become a shameless sellout. But your behavior somehow gets swept under the rug. All we're going to talk about is a couple of black women who flipped their lid with anger because of you, and you put that hatred in them because of your behavior and your failure as a black leader and your tremendous failure as a black father. So you've allowed that behavior, you've allowed that anger to fester inside her, and now it has blossomed into a full blown tree of poison fruits. Remember we talked about the forbidden fruit of the poison tree?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I've tried to keep this level, but every time I get in trying to keep things level, I can't help but going in on you Nagas because there's so much wrong with you that you won't even try to straighten out. Keep talking about black women. You're the one that need all of the changing. You're the one that got all of the problems. The only problem the black woman got right now is that she's trying to find a way to protect herself from you, even if it means taking you out. They're starting to arm themselves. So I'll be careful going forward, running down on black women or approaching them. I would be very, very cautious. They starting to pack heat. They're learning how to shoot. Like I said, them targets at them shooting ranges, most of them are black and they shaped in the form of a male. Now, of course, they got some white ones too, but most of them are black. Go figure that, right? Now, here's another thing too. Black women belong in a black man. Smoke that over for a minute. If we were race loyal, then you can confidently come out and say, yeah, black woman belongs to me. Why? Because I love her, I provide for her, I take care of her. She's had beautiful children for me. I take care of my children. I show her the respect of her having my child by being the best father that I can be. See, brothers, when you are the best father that you possibly can be, that shows that shows the black woman respect. We just talked about her being in labor sometimes for days, bringing this baby into this world. So when you're taking care of your child, and you're doing right by your child, your woman is happy, you're showing her respect. See, when you're down on the floor and by the couch playing with your little baby girl, she's laughing hysterically because you're making a funny face or you're blowing a little bubble on her little stomach, tickling her, right? The mother is sitting on the couch usually watching and smiling because you're being a good father. That's showing the black woman respect. But you can't say no to like that, man. Y'all done got corrupted by this pimp culture. You running around here sounding stupid as all get out. And now you probably put your life in danger because she's not going to continue to stand by and be murdered and be attacked at liquor stores and get hit over the head with skateboards for no reason. Just because she's a black woman. She's not going to continue to stand for that. She's going to arm herself and she's going to protect herself. And she's going to shoot first and ask questions later. You ever talk to a dead man? They usually don't say anything back. So, but this is what you pushed her into. Everybody talking about Max, you blaming the man for everything. Yes, because everything is his fault. If you stop acting like a little pussy and stop crying and listen to what I'm saying, you will come to the realization that this is your failure. You failed. You are a failure as a black leader. You are a failure as a husband. You are a failure as a serious boyfriend in a committed relationship. You failed at that. You failed at fatherhood. Oh my goodness. You have gone off the deep end when it comes to fatherhood. I mean, you on some otherworldly shit type failure when it comes to fatherhood. I'm gonna try to stay away from that right now because I'll be on that all night. Because your fatherhood skills is trash, absolute trash, and non-existent. And you have the nerve to ask the black woman to submit. Why would she submit to a man who doesn't even want? You see, look, guys, we can sugarcoat it all we want. We can talk about intellectual, deeper understandings. You can talk about how one-dimensional or one-track minded people are. You can sit up here and blow hot air out of your mouth and think you're smarter than they think you're smarter than everyone. But at the end of the day, it's simplicity. Abby, do me a favor, go on mute because I'm ranting right now. Everybody go on mute. At the end of the day, simplicity rules the day, right? No matter how many degrees you go and get, how big your vocabulary becomes, how many cheap suits you buy, how many times you praise white women, it's going to come down to the simplistic understanding that you don't take care of your children. That's what it is. You don't take care of your children. You don't raise your children. You let other people raise your children. You want to make excuses for not raising your children, especially your boys who are out here killing black women and killing black children. And you too cowardly to stop them. But you want to put them off on other people. You want other people to raise your boys. Well, how's that working out for you? Many of your boys have become lifetime criminals. Many of your boys are dead because they're shooting each other. Many of your boys are in jail for the rest of their lives because they're murdering black women. They're murdering black children. So how's that working out for you? Pushing your children up on someone else that have someone else raise your children. And so you want to sit up here and say, well, you want to let the community burn. I know you do. You wanted to go away in the worst way. Let the community burn. No, we ain't letting nothing burn. We need to let it stay up so you can be reminded of your failure. Now, here's the deal. Are you going to whine and cry about it, come up on the panel and break down and start crying like a little girl? You're going to come in here and grandstand talking about it ain't all black men. You're going to come in here with some grandioso, over the top display of male emotions? Or you're going to be a man for once in your life and start figuring a way out how to fix this thing? It can be fixed, but it's going to take a collective effort. The first thing you can start doing is reconciling with the black woman. I put up a solution that I call maximum protection. How many of you brothers even took me up on that? You know, when I talked about protecting black women, even if you don't want to get physical, There's ways you can protect them when they're out at the malls. Make sure you keep an eye out. Make sure they get to their cars okay. If you see them being accosted, and if you're not, you ain't got the courage enough to go over there and deal with it, nigga, call the police. Don't just sit there and let her get hurt. They're in Walmart by themselves. Just hang out. You got extra time? Hang out. Make sure they go to their cars okay. These are simple things you can do right now. If you get out there doing them before you know it, you can build a strong coalition in the entire neighborhood. And they're all out there looking out after the black woman. Now we done created maximum protection. See, I'm used to black women being protected. I come from that time. I protect my women now. I protect my wife and the women that help me run this East Star network. I protect them too. I'm not used to not protecting women. That comes natural for me. You guys are different. Y'all not like me. Y'all not like the brothers that come from my generation, where we were groomed to be husbands and we were taught to provide and protect. Y'all not cut from that kind of cloth. You niggas today are on something crazy, man. You guys are fairies. Y'all flying around here like Peter Pan, wearing tight little tutus. And what's them shoes with the pointy toe that's curled up like a party? What's the thing that you blow at New Year's party that make that little sound? That when you blow it, it makes it rolls out straight because it got air in it, and it makes a little sound. What is that? They used to have them at New Year's parties, you know? It's not a kazoo. You blow into it, and it rolls out, and it makes a sound. And then when you let the air out, it curls back up. I forgot what those called. But you got dudes out here wearing shoes like that. You know? So y'all walking around here looking like some gay Aladdin. No, I mean, what's the boy Peter Pan? Yeah, trying to look like a tough version of Peter Pan. Trying to look like a street version of Peter Pan. A gangster version of Peter Pan. I mean, y'all got things effed up, but then the biggest problem is here. I told you, black women are watching everything, okay? You think they don't see you supporting Kevin Samuels? And y'all think that this shit is okay. Y'all doing it like it don't mean nothing. Yeah, bunny buckle boots, but anyway, and so y'all think it's cool, right? But the black woman is watching this. She sees this. What do you think is going through her mind when she see that you support a man that is anti-black and anti-black woman? And you want to know where all this stuff comes from? It comes from your behavior. Look at what you're doing. All right, okay. I don't want to stray too much away from the top. Let's get back to Thunder Defense says you can come back off mute. Let me gauge the chat here. Truth is saying, I don't know about all that. I heard some divestors on a well-known channel saying that the only reason black men were with black women back in the day was because they had no other choice. Yeah, you see, yeah, I hear stupid niggas saying shit like that too, truth is. That's some guys that are, consumed by pimp culture, and they just see black women as sex objects. And all they care about is just having sex with her. They don't care nothing else about her. They don't value her life. They don't value her presence. They don't value her mind. They don't value nothing about her. All they care about is just having sex with her. Okay? These are guys who have uncontrollable sexual appetites and will hump anything. They will hump anything. Okay? Guys, gay dudes like Quincy Jones and Harry Belafonte and all these guys going after white women, talking about, you know, there's nothing that a black woman could do for a black man, which is the sickest, dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. How about giving birth to a black man? How about your mother giving birth to you so you can say some dumb shit like that? What do you mean there's nothing that she can? How about raising you? How about keeping you alive? Okay? How about that? How about keeping you alive and keeping you fed until you can do it for yourself? So my whole issue is this here. Do black women belong to black men? Today's black men, I would have to say no. Because today's black man ain't worth shit. Why would she want to belong to something like that? If black men were what they used to be back in the day, when I was growing up, and they was built like that today, then I would easily say yes. And I don't think black women would um, object. But today's black men, no. It's actually an insult. No, I don't. No, no. She don't belong to today. First of all, today's black men, most don't even like black women. Yeah, I don't even like black women. And here's another thing too. You upset that they're talking about aborting black male babies, but you're not upset when you're pumping and dumping and using her body as a sex object and offering to foot the bill for the abortion. Is that any different? Type of one in the chat if you think that's the same thing. Type of two in the chat if you think that it's different. Black women, and to be clear, black women say abort male black babies. Is that any different than the nigga pumping and dumping and using a black woman's body as a sex object? And when she gets pregnant, he offers to pay for the abortion, not knowing if it's a male or female. Is that not the same thing? Isn't that genocide too? Type of one if you agree, two if you don't. Exactly. I don't see any difference. Y'all coming up here making these videos with this fake ass outrage, but when niggas is pumping and dumping and offering to pay for the abortion and then getting mad when she don't get the abortion. Having long ass fucking panels, man. I offered to pay for the abortion. I didn't want the kid. What the fuck do you think that is? That's not genocide? So you offering to pay for genocide and gets mad at her when she says no to genocide. I don't see how it's any different than black women saying aborting male black babies because when you're pumping and dumping and offering to pay for the abortion, you talking about aborting male black babies and female black. You talking about aborting whoever. In some cases, I would call that worse. You don't give a shit about either gender. You just want to get rid of them. You guys are hypocrites, man. Okay, you heard a couple of black women say some crazy shit. So what? Let's move on. Because you're in no position to call her anything or to try to hold her feet to the fire about any goddamn thing. How the hell are you gonna hold her accountable and you ain't accountable for nothing? You don't do nothing. You ain't even got no control of your communities and your neighborhoods. How you gonna hold her accountable? You ain't even got no credit. Fuck out of here. You ain't got no credit. Exactly, Mika. Why isn't that? Why isn't that genocide? Matter of fact, we should do a show on that. Most abortions are paid for by black men. Why isn't that genocide? Where's it? Where's the videos about that? How come you don't have a video outraged about that? Exactly. But that's not genocide. And you happily want to do it? You in agreement with it? You and your buddies? Y'all pay for these abortions? Okay. Let me bring my Abby. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, let's talk about something. Okay, we just discovered something, right? That men pay, most black men pay for mostly all the abortions that black women have. Isn't that genocide?
This is very bad. It's
Right,
genocide. Because,
right.
yeah,
So is that any
why
different?
will it?
Yeah, but is that any different than black women saying they want to abort some black male babies? I don't see a
There's no
difference.
difference.
No, it is. But yet they're not making videos about that though. As soon as a black woman says something, everybody want to make a video and get outrageous with all this fake outrage and start talking crazy. Like the black woman is public enemy number one. But there are no videos and no outrage about black dudes predominantly paying for abortions had by black women, which is the same damn thing.
Right.
That's genocide.
But
That's genocide too.
the reason
Go ahead, Abby.
why these people
Okay, she's having problems with her network. Dang, if you're still there, drop the gangster link. I would like to have somebody come up on the panel. Let's get into a discussion. This thing can go so many ways. I'm just talking about one aspect of it. I want to know how come nobody is making videos about black men paying for black abortions, happily paying for them. I don't know many black women who pay for abortions. Now, some do because they don't have the support from somebody, but not many of them. You got more black men who pay. I think black men pay for abortions more than any other race of man on the planet. And I don't understand how that escapes the genocide conversation. How does that escape? But as soon as you hear a couple of black women say, well, we want to abort male black babies, all hell breaks loose. dudes with names making these videos. You black women disgust me, and you want to commit a genocide on your own people and all this other stuff. But when we hit you with a statistic that mostly all abortions had by black women are paid for by black men, then we get silence. We can hear a rat pissing on cotton. There's no video with no outrage. There's nobody doing a video outraged and telling black men that they are committing genocide. Nobody. Exactly, nigga. The outrage is fake. All
Hello.
this fake ass outrage.
Right.
But here you got,
Yes.
yeah, but here you got, right, but here you got
Yes.
black men who are paying for all these abortions, and there is no outrage. There's nobody saying, well, these guys are committing genocide. But as soon as we hear a couple of black women who, in my opinion, was just blowing off some steam, I don't believe they meant it. I know some of the black women who said it. I don't believe they feeling that in their heart. They were probably just upset and angry. Now, I'm not saying some black women ain't feeling that. Some black women are, but most are not. Most are not. That was just some get back. They hurt. They angry. They tired of being treated a certain way. But you niggas are for real. Y'all paying for them abortions. How are you not committing genocide? And where's the outrage? How come these names who made all these videos about the women doing it, how come they didn't make the videos about the men who are actually engaged in it? The men, the black men are actively committing genocide because they are still paying for abortions. So they are actively engaged every single day in extinguishing young black life, young innocent black life, whether it be male or female. Nah, man, sometimes, sure, you gotta understand something. You gotta put this in perspective. You gotta look at what black men have been doing, especially on social media. They've been calling nothing but, they've been doing nothing but bad things to black women since I came on social media. And they was doing it before that. I ain't seen nothing. Since I came on social media, they have been extremely disrespectful to black women. They have promoted hatred for black women. They've even promoted harming black women and children. They have absolutely no respect for the black woman and child. They call a 3-year-old black girl a whore. And it's even worse. I'm not even doing it any justice. They get even worse than that. They're talking about killing black women on here, all kinds of stuff. I don't even know how some of their channels don't get flagged with some of the shit they say. They don't get flagged for hate speech. I mean,
Because
talking
that's what
crazy.
they're using.
Yeah. Yeah, Abby.
Right, because that's what they're using it to destroy black women. So their channel have not been shut down because we have evil people who are trying to already kill black women, and they don't want black women to move forward. So if they have their own black men trying to sell them out, they're going to protect them. They're going to promote because you saying the right thing and they hate it. That's why.
And here's another thing too, right? Many of you niggas are like, I mean, you guys are like super swirlers, bro. You guys done turned in your black cards. A lot of you. I still can't get past listening to niggas on a podcast. I think it was on the Bernard Riley's podcast. He'll sell out too, a vicious sellout, right? Talking about some because no, it was on his podcast. I think it was on somebody else. But anyway, talking about because that black women have attitudes. Black men are now invested in white communities. Like, what the fuck is what? What? Man, I mean, wow, wow. I mean, after hearing that, man, I gotta stop for a minute. That gets my head hurt, man. I gotta take a moment to get my thoughts back together. What kind of fool says something like that? But because black women have attitudes, black men are now investing in white communities. With what? You don't have any money. What are you investing with? You don't have any property. So what are you investing with? And listen, like I said, soon as the black woman says something, see the black woman isn't allowed to become angry. Truth is, she isn't allowed to become fed up. They've been beating her like a rented mule since I came on social media. How much do you think she can take? Eventually, she's going to lash out. She's going to fight back. Okay. Now, exactly, Bika. And I'm agree with you. I was here when y'all was taking it. This is why I built this. Why y'all think this truth? The origin of this space is because what was happening on social media to black women. That's why we built this space. It was so bad on here that we built this space to protect black women. They can come here and they are protected, free from ridicule, free from people attacking them. I mean, it was bad, bro. And I had to get rid of some niggas in here because as soon as I declared this to be a pro-black woman space, and we will no longer tolerate disrespect to black women, and you will not be allowed to call black women bees in here, man, all hell broke loose. They went crazy and had to get rid of people, man. They lost it. What do you mean we can't call black women bees? And they were serious about it, bro. But anyway, let's get back to this loyal thing. Well, people like that don't have a realistic view of the world. It don't work like that in every aspect of life. You see, there's a cause and effect to everything. When you are constantly probing at somebody, eventually they're going to fire back. That's just the laws of reality. And so when you are constantly spewing hatred for black women, understand something. Black women don't think like black men do. And black women are very nurturing, okay? And they're very sensitive and they're very caring people. So you can hurt them deeply with the wrong choice of words. And they could become very, very angry with you, especially if you don't make it right. And you keep doubling and doubling and doubling down on it. You can get to the point in their mind that you are an ungrateful bastard. And they will say things like, your mama should have swallowed you. Your daddy should have pulled out. Your mother should have had an abortion. Somebody should have aborted you. Because they're hurt. They're deeply hurt. They're going to lash out like that. And so, but this is the result. But understand something. This is purely reactionary. It's not something that they woke up in the morning and decided to do. It's reactionary. Somebody set them up. Somebody set this up in them. Remember, I had a show way back, well, wasn't too far back, about the dude who went crazy with the AR-15 and killed his girlfriend and her mother. And he put a hole in her face, the girlfriend's face, the size of a softball. And the fool had to get up and walk out the room.
Max, you're Morgan.
You can hear him.
Max.
I think where he is might be a connection by the network. So yeah, it's true. As Mars was saying,
Yeah, the guy put a hole in the head about the size of a softball. Yeah, and he killed her and her mother, and he kept saying he had to protect himself. Sorry, I had to protect his. And when
how can
he asked people to like the video.
right? How can you tell people that you're killing your girlfriend, your mother, to protect yourself instead of you to protect the women? You rather kill your mama who gave birth to you and kill your girlfriend. So what are you trying to tell us? Protecting yourself from who? From your mama or protecting yourself from your girlfriend? You see, these are some of the things that some of the men are doing, and then it pisses off most of black women's mind from black men, and they don't want to be with them because they are sick and tired of whatever they're doing. How can I be with you when you're pregnant me, you don't want to take it? How can I be with you when I'm doing something, you kill me for that? Maybe I have not even done anything. Then you kill me, you end my life. If you don't want me, let me go. But these are some of the wicked things we have black men who are doing, and they're killing black children, children under age, 5 years, 3 years. When these things started to happen, do you think women are going to have much love about black women, black men? It's not going to happen anyway because they are sick and tired. Everything being spoiled because black men don't want to fix it. They can fix it easier when they understand themselves.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree. This is all cause and effect, you know? You know what I mean? That's why I'm just sitting back pretty neutral about everything, you know? This fake outrage and everything. I mean, I mean, these dudes is doing it to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Giving up money to get the abortion, right, is no different from a content creator saying, "Oh, oh well, we should, do this and that. So I really don't pay it no mind. I mean, yeah, I mean it's kind of heavy, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand,
Yeah,
and I'm not mad.
because
I ain't mad. Nope, I'm not mad at all.
right. People who are mad when the black women are expressing themselves because of what's been happening to them, what been they've been through, the kind of pain that they have received from black men, they shouldn't be panicked. They shouldn't be annoyed. They shouldn't even say anything because they are the causes of black women being annoyed now. They make black women hearts being broke.
Yeah,
People are now having a sickness of because of black men
right.
don't protect them. People child being killed all because of black men. Where are the fathers? Why
Yeah,
don't they stand for us and save your women, save your mama? Then later they go ahead and tell you, hey, I hate my mama because of this. Why will you hate your mama who give birth to you? You know, we have to understand something here. Black men, you're supposed to stand firmly for black women. Look at what is going on. Chinese people fight for their women. So where are the black women, black men? Don't you fight for your women? You rather leave your house and you let the enemies enter into your room. And then when they finish destroying your home, you come and say, okay, it's my family people who did it and they destroyed the home. But it's your fault. You saw it and you see whatever is going on in your compound. You're supposed to fight.
absolutely, absolutely. And we're not doing none of that. So you know what I'm saying? When these women are saying what they're saying, I mean, they have their right, and I respect it. That's why I don't say anything. You know, I go on there. I respect their platform. I moderate on some of their channels. I, hit the like button and everything. But what they say, I pay it no, never mind, because this is all a response. You know what I'm saying? This is all a
Yeah.
response going down. So, you know, like I said, it's cause and effect. And as you said, Abena, men caused this
Right.
to happen. They caused this to happen. So,
That's right. Preach, brother. I'm listening. I'm rolling with you. I'm listening to you, brother. You teaching me. Keep it on. Keep it going. Can y'all hear me?
no, yeah, yeah. No, sorry, my fault. Train is going by. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say on that. Nope.
Yeah, because you can't be committing genocide. First of all, you can't actively be committing genocide and then got the nerve to jump on black women who only suggested it but haven't engaged in it.
Right. They got a lot of
Now
nerve.
we don't now we don't like it. We're not saying it's something nice to say. We don't want to hear that from our women. Of course we don't. But you have to look at where it came from. Black women aren't hateful women, bro, by nature. They're very beautiful people, man.
Very.
When they get like this, it's because of a man. I'm telling you. Y'all haven't picked that up yet. I've learned this a long time ago. I've been blessed to have five sisters and a mother. I've been around a lot of women, despite I have four older brothers. I'm telling you, when they get like this, it's because of a man. A man makes them this way. They don't come like that. They don't just get like that on their own. This is what a lot of you dudes don't understand. Y'all create these kind of women. They don't get like that on their own. When you see them like that, it's because a man did it. There's a man involved. And what you heard is a direct result of what black men have been doing to black women for decades. And now it's boiling over. How much do you think she's going to take? Now, I'm looking at it this way. I don't condone what was said. I don't support that. I don't want to hear neither of us talking about killing our babies. These are our babies. But you have to understand how this came to be. We can't ignore the fact that you out doing your job as a black man. If you were doing your job as a black man and making a black woman feel loved and handling your business, you wouldn't be running right here talking crazy like that.
Right.
You got to you the reason she talking crazy. But no, do we like what was said? No, we don't. We don't condone that. But we're not going to sit here and pretend like we don't know where it's coming from or it wasn't a long time coming. We're not going to pretend that we don't see that either.
Right.
You know.
And Max,
Uh huh.
if they're not paying for the if they're not paying for the abortions, they're not even there like for their children. You understand what I'm
Right. Well,
saying?
right. Well,
So
a lot of
the
brothers.
mother has
Yeah. Well.
the burden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Well, a lot of.
so I'm looking at it like that. You know what I mean? So I
And
understand.
here's another thing too. A lot of brothers are the ones paying for the abortions and encouraging the women to get
Yeah.
abortions. So how come we're not talking about them when it comes down to genocide? That's
Right.
genocide too. That's even worse. You don't give a damn what gender it is. You just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's genocide too. I don't see any videos where niggas is making videos and they're outraged by this. All this fake
Right.
outrage. The fuck out of here. Just
Right.
want
They don't want
views.
fathers. They don't want to pay child support. So what they talking
And
about?
be getting into all out, drag out fights about child support. I mean, they got
You know
into
what
it
I'm saying?
so bad about yeah, they got into it so bad about child support one time. I think on that fool Bernard Riley's channel that it ended with them talking about they support a law that will divorce black men from their children.
What?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
and you wonder,
No way.
and you wonder why a lot of the black women are walking around here hating your monkey ass.
Right. Saying what they're saying, and then they're like, "Hey, that's genocide,
Yeah,
man. You
saying
can't talk like
yeah
that."
saying yeah saying stupid shit like you will support a law that will allow black men to divorce themselves from their children. What kind of
And
shit
this
is
is
that?
and this is why, Max. This is why I said I got nothing to say, and I understand.
Right.
So I'm quiet.
You know I'm going. You know I ain't gonna keep quiet. I'm going to expose it. Because you niggas sit up here and think that your shit
Right.
don't stink. You think that the black woman is doing all these crazy ass things because she just decided to wake up one morning to lose her fucking mind. Nah, it ain't like that, bro. You the reason why
Right.
all this shit going down. If you wasn't such a goddamn sellout and a damn loser and a coward and a failure, we might be able to get something going in the community.
Right.
You wasn't such a damn race traitor with all this super swirling. I mean, these dudes out here super swelling. They don't even give a damn with that. I saw one dude with a Becky that looked like her left arm, right? Looked like it had another arm that used to be there on her armpit. That yeah, yeah, that they surgically removed it. Her left arm was normal down to over to the side, but her right arm was extended like there was another arm there. And they surgically removed it, ended up removing the wrong one. They should have removed the one on the outside, but they removed the one on the inside, so the one on the outside is still sticking out there.
Oh wow.
You know what it looks like a scale. You ever see somebody step on a scale and they move that thing from side to side to try to balance the scale out?
Yeah.
It looked like somebody moved that piece too far to the right, and her arm just got stuck out there like that. You know, and he was proud of that shit. See, this is why I got into. You see, this is when I smoked JB Gunner on RBR's channel, right? Okay, everything was good. I was minding my business until he started talking about black women. Then we got into it. Then we went at it, right? And he lost. I don't know who told him to fuck with me about black women, but he found out very quickly I'm not the one you want to fuck with.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I ate his Becky's alive, and he left me the fuck alone. Okay, I told him about all these goddamn deformities I see. He keep talking about, well, black women are overweight. Shit, but white women are like superly morbidly obese.
Yo, he's overweight, man. What's he talking about? He's
And I
overweight.
see white.
Shit.
Yeah, I see white women that got hands as big as toilet bowl plungers. The fuck are you talking about? Seriously, I seen white women with lips as big as TV dinners, dude. What are you talking about? I said, I'm a truck driver. I'm always in the rural white areas in the fucking Midwest. All I see is fat, nasty, slobbering walruses. And some of them are so big that they can't even walk. They're being pushed around in wheelchairs.
Mm.
Fuck you talking about, black women overweight. You got all these nasty, fat, super morbidly obese white women. With all kinds of, and then they got to know to have deformities and shit. Like 3 rows of teeth or some kind of big fucking black thing growing under one of their ears. Or a giant patch of hair on one arm. Or two fucking kneecaps on one fucking leg. You know?
Looking like Quasimodo.
Yeah, man, I shitted on that. I shitted on that cracker, man. He left me alone quick.
I know
you
he
got
did.
me fucked up. Yeah, you got me fucked. You think I'm gonna sit here and let you shit on that? You got the wrong one on the panel, dog. I ate that white boy. It's on RBR channel. He ain't take it down. I ate that white boy
Oh,
up,
word?
man. Yeah, he ain't shit. He ain't nothing but an old fat ass
like how
drunken.
recent was it? Like how
About 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe
okay,
2.5 weeks. Yeah, man, he ain't nothing but an old fat drunk redneck nigga, redneck cracker. He ain't shit.
I think he's from Chicago.
Where you from? I know he ain't shit. I know that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's saying he was from Chicago.
I don't know what everybody's afraid of. Ain't nothing but some old nasty, sloppy, fucking redneck, some old fucking hillbilly that probably believes that it's okay to marry his sister. Okay, But Mika, the reason why they sounding crazy is reactionary. It's not something that they're doing willfully. It's a reaction to the black man's failure and his poor behavior towards black women. It's purely reactionary. That's why I'm not really tripping. Like you don't hear me on here talking about some, oh my God, I can't believe black women said that. You don't hear me tripping like that because I know it's reactionary.
That's what I'm saying. So
You know?
That's why I told you.
And
I
it's
understand.
reactionary.
So,
I know where it's coming from. These niggas would fucking have to. If these niggas was fucking men, they wouldn't be talking like that. You know.
that's
That's why you
right.
don't hear me tripping about nothing. I ain't up here tripping. Oh my God, black women. I ain't up here with no fake ass outrage.
No, this is all
I
universal law.
right. I know where this shit is coming from. It's a cause and effect for everything. You keep putting out hatred. You keep mistreating her. Keep doing all these things to her. Eventually, she gonna fire back, and she's gonna try to hurt you too in the worst way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you hurting her every chance you get. I mean, listen. Some of you niggas are around talking about the black woman's life has no value, nigga. How you think that makes her feel? Knowing that black men out here believe that her life is insignificant and it don't have any value. Are you fucking crazy? How you think that makes her feel? Knowing that her men are walking around here not giving a damn about her life because they feel that her life has no fucking value. So no, I'm not tripping. I'm not up here again with some old fake outrage show talking crazy. No, I know where it's coming from. I totally understand where it's coming from. I'm not tripping.
Me neither.
Yeah, getting back to that punk ass JB Gunner, that white boy ain't shit. I don't even know everybody friend. He's just some old drunk ass fucking hillbilly redneck. That's all he is. Ain't nothing to that white boy. They all scared of him. I lit his ass up, man. We went black woman to the white women. Man, I ate it, yo. Hassan, I tell you, I chopped that cracker up, boy. Something awful. I was talking about his women so bad, he left me the fuck alone, boy.
Oh yeah, I already know, yo. I already know. He
Well, I was
ain't,
telling
he
him
ain't
what
got
I
nothing to
see.
do.
I
He
was
ain't
telling
made
him
nothing to do.
these old nasty fucking beasts of burden that be at these damn truck stops. These old hulking white women. old hulking. They look like the oh, some little big
Right.
husky hulking type things. I was with I saw one black dude walking to the truck stop where I wait what I thought was a tall ass big man. I thought he was a big man. It turned out to be a fucking white woman. Yeah, but these old grizzly Viking looking husky hulking type things. It's bad when somebody look at your woman, right, and see everything but a woman. Start seeing all kinds of shit. Hey man, you know what? She kind of looks like I don't know, kind of looks like a little bit like an orangutan. No, that's not an orangutan. That's I don't know. It's a wolf. I don't know. It's kind of tall for a wolf, bro. Yeah, but do you see the way her nose look?
That's
I don't know.
Andre
Maybe
the
it's a
Giant.
I don't know. Maybe it's a beaver, man. No, she's too big. She's too big to be a beaver. I'm not talking about the size. Look at it. Look at it. One side of her face. She looks like a beaver. Is that a tooth over there by her eye? I mean, it's just. And so my thing is, I know where it's coming from. I'm not tripping. Today's black men, if you say, do the black woman belong to black men? Today's black men, I would say, hell no. There's nothing to belong to. And to me, I mean, today's black, that's an insult, as far as I'm concerned.
And I would
Talking
say
about
that's
black women,
harsh. I would say that's harsh, but I understand. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's a fucking insult. Now, if you're talking about old school brothers who are out here handling up, like yourself, myself, other brothers like it, you know, then I believe that black women wouldn't have no problem belonging to men like us because we are traditional men. We love our women, we protect our women, we take care of our women, and we take care of our children. I don't think a black woman has any problem belonging to that and being a part of that.
No.
But today's black men, these old effeminate ass fucking ruthless sellouts, absolutely. These dudes are ruthless sellouts.
Heartless, man.
It's one thing to be a sellout. It's another to be a ruthless sellout. These dudes are
Very much
ruthless
so,
sellouts.
Max.
I mean, they ain't got no compassion or nothing.
Nope.
Just a
Beyond reach, my
ruthless
brother.
sellout.
Yeah.
And Larry Elder, oh my God. I mean, I know he's a coon and all he's a Sambo, but that plantation, that man, wow. That's even bad for a Sambo.
Oh yeah, it is. And I hate to say it, I had an ounce of respect for dude until he did that.
I ain't had no
I had a
respect for that
little bit
nigga.
of respect for him until
I
he
ain't
did
had
that.
none. It was Jesse Lee Peters, and I can't even get. I mean, Jesse Peters is a dumb dude. That dude would be dumb on any planet. No matter what planet he goes to, he'd be the dumbest of them all. You know, and Larry Elder, absolutely not. No respect. But when you come out and you talk about the slave owners deserve reparations, wow, dude. How do you have the guts to say something like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, you lost your damn mind if you have one.
Man, that's
I'm
incredibly
like, that was
crazy,
crazy.
nigga. Like, nigga, are you fucking crazy? I
That
mean,
was sick.
well, I mean, a ruthless sellout. That was ruthless.
Yeah. That made me sick, man. I was
So
like,
when you look
what?
at today's black man and you look at what's going on with today's black man, how do you say that the black woman should belong to something like that? And then
Well,
when you use the word belong, it demeans who she is. So she's going to take uh, uh, exception to it. It demeans her presence. It demeans who she is. What do you mean belong to you? I'm not some kind of object. You know, I mean, you take her humanity away when you say belong.
Right.
So
well, when
I don't, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. Absolutely, Max. I
okay,
agree with that.
as far as
Oh,
black
somebody boy,
black men and black
Well, speak.
women.
Okay.
bro, speak. You boyking, bro.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Let me go back and come back in.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't mad, Max. Nope.
Nah, mad about what? Ain't nothing to be mad about. We should be embarrassed that our women are talking like this. This is on us, man.
It
Dude,
is.
our women are talking like this about us. That's a reflection on us.
It is. It is.
That's how bad we dropped the ball.
Sure
That's
enough.
a reflection on us, my brother. Let me see your bro speakers in the back here, because I think Dame is asleep. He hasn't came back yet.
Oh yeah, he came
Okay,
back.
there he is. Okay, he's back.
Is it better now?
Okay.
Okay, I probably had so much
And
stuff.
yeah, so when they talk like that, when you have your women saying that they want to kill you or get rid of you, man, that's a reflection on you.
It is.
That's a reflection on you.
All of it.
And that's what these dudes don't understand. Go ahead, bro,
Mm.
speak.
Yeah, hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Peace,
what's
peace,
going
man.
on, bro?
How are you?
I'm all right. Okay, so I saw the topic. Did this come from a live stream or something? Where this came from?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting topic because it's kind of like in our wheelhouse. because it has to do with relations between black men and black women. We don't normally attack mainstream topics. We pretty much do our own thing, but this basically was in our wheelhouse because it has to do with relations between black men and
Hmm.
black women, and that's what we promote. So
Right.
we had an interesting take on it. Albina said her piece on it. She believes that the black woman does belong to the black man. Isn't that right, Abby?
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm. Me, I don't believe she belongs to the days black man. Maybe the old school black man, I would say, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Both, both Morgan.
well, am I Borgin still?
No, you're good.
Nah, you good.
Okay. Okay. The ones that are actually doing what they're supposed to do, yes. The
Mm-hmm.
ones that not, the ones that on some goofy shit, no. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even say that. You know, my personal opinion. I don't think anybody belongs to anybody. You um or deserve anybody personally. I think that you you earn that kind of connection with people. I mean, black men have to earn that connection because if again, if he's a good man, a decent man, but you as a woman is a selfish person, then you don't deserve that man anyway, and vice versa. If you're a
Bro,
piece of crap dude, and
bro, we're
she's a
losing you.
decent. Dang, can y'all hear me now?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay,
You're still Morgan, bro.
No, he not. That's you,
maybe, maybe
Hassan.
yeah, maybe it's on your end, Hassan.
That's on your end, Hassan. He coming through clear. Check your bars, bro. So I know you be moving around. You might hit a bad spot. Yeah, bro, speak.
So yeah, as far as like belonging to people, I mean, again,
Well,
it
but when you say it that way, okay, when we use the term belong, right, it does
right,
demean a person.
right.
It does.
That's
Uh huh.
yeah, and you know, and I guess that may be the wrong term to use as far as
I would
people in
say
general.
the term I like to use is loyal. Are we loyal to each other? Should the black woman be loyal to the black man? Should the black man be loyal to the black woman? I like to use the term loyal because I think
Okay.
naturally we do belong to each other. We are a race of people. We don't belong to anyone else. We're
Hmm.
not a
Right.
part of anyone else. We're not Japanese. We're not Italian. We're not, even though there were black people uh, who were Asians. But anyway, we're not white, even though many of us want to be white, aka Larry Elder. Um, okay,
Yeah.
we're black
Well,
people, and the black woman is a black woman that we come from, and and we are black men. We can only reproduce ourselves with each other. So I think by default we belong to each other, but I don't think we say that in public. I don't think we say, "Well, she belongs to me and I belong." I don't think we say that. I think we say we're loyal to each other. I think loyalty is a better term. Like
yeah,
like like I always say, I'm loyal to my race.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
I do think belong is I do think belong is a bad term,
right,
and the way it's being used, it does demean people. So I
right.
can see people having an issue with that. Say, nah, nah, you don't. I don't belong to you. You don't own me, because it is demeaning when you say belong. It turns the person into like some kind of object.
Right.
to be brought at a discount store or some shit.
Right. It's
Yeah, bro,
demeaning.
speak. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're not taking them as a person, their own
Hmm.
feelings, emotions, and all kind of stuff. You're just taking them as, I don't know, as a body, as property. Look at the he belongs to me, she belongs to me, and I don't think you belong to anybody. You can't control anybody, especially now in 2021. You can't really control anybody. You can't make anybody stay with you. You can't make anybody um, either protect you or provide for you, or
Uh,
be faithful and loyal to you.
right, but that doesn't mean that you don't belong to each other. See, I'm going to agree now. Everybody, take a picture of this. Or okay, I'm about to agree with Kendall. In fact, I'm about to put his comment on the screen. Okay, I agree with Abdul's comment. I like the way he worded it, and the way he worded it, I think that that's the way you should word it. Naturally, we belong to each other. I mean, we're black people. Okay, you can't make somebody stay with you. That's true, right? But you can't take away somebody's race or them belonging to a race, or you can't take away their blackness. We are black by default, and we help each other procreate. So naturally, yeah, we belong to each other naturally. I think we belong to each other naturally by default. But I think the questions that should be asked is that, are we being loyal to each other? I think that's the bigger discussion. Are black men being loyal? Are black women being loyal? Are we being loyal to each other? Mika says no. Mika says it's one sided. And I'm gonna have to agree with that. But that one sided now is starting to turn because now the black woman is taking her loyalty out of the pot.
I well, I'm going to be the contrary to that one. I don't
Uh,
really think that the how do I say this? I don't think that some of the women are loyal to the men they need to be loyal to. I
mhm,
think they, in many times, they're loyal to the people that make them feel good, that they
mhm.
desire. But the actual men that they really do need to be loyal to, they really not.
Well,
That's
that
just
depends
how
on
that's just
right,
how I've been seeing it.
right, but that depends on the environment that they grow up in. It's the environment that teaches them to be that way. Like for example, if we see Pookies and Ray Rays running around here with the baddest black women, the most high maintenance black women, the most the most beautiful of beautiful, right? And Pookie and Ray
Mhm.
Ray ain't worth two nickels to rub together, right? But they got these badass black women. Well, those women came out of his environment. Those women were nurtured and cultivated in that environment. And then that environment, right, is corrupted and backwards. In that environment, the Pookies and the Ray Rays are the dominant males. And that's what the women grow up getting used to and understanding and becoming close to. That's why the Pookies and Ray Rays come out of these environments with some of the baddest black women you've ever seen. Because those black women were nurtured in that environment. Now, if the Pookies and Ray Rays weren't the dominant ones in the let's say I don't like saying educated language, that's so goddamn stupid. The educated brothers, the brothers who got it going on, the brothers who got the powerful jobs, okay? Some of them are contractors, they can create their own jobs. They're not dominant in the community. If they were dominant in the community, then they would be walking around here with the badass chicks. And then the chicks, oh, I'm sorry, not chicks, the women would be with the men that we think that they should be with, prominent black men. So this has to do with the environment. A lot of the environments that these black women come out of are corrupted and backwards.
Well, but then my question becomes: were they? were they ever were they ever interested in those type of males to begin with? Because even you
It
go back to
depends. If you put a
maybe it's
little girl, you have to understand something. They were little girls before they became women, right? With
right.
their little girls, and you always put them around boys who are always destructive, tearing shit up, always getting into trouble, always testing the law, and they grow up together, they're going to think that this kind of man is acceptable because you ain't showing them nothing else. There ain't nothing else in the environment that's saying different. This is what they're growing up with.
Well,
So eventually, they're going to develop an affinity for this kind of man.
what I'm saying is, though, but there's other men in those communities as well. Is
But
not
they're
like it's
not
just the okay. If they're not the okay, like you're saying, they're not the dominant of one of
right
them.
because feminine nature, right? That's why I tell guys you need to study female nature. They're looking for the strongest male. Why? Because they are nurturers. They need males to protect their children. So they're looking for the strongest male. If Pookie and Ray Ray is dominating in the community and they see Pookie and Ray Ray handling shit and controlling shit, they're going to perceive that as a strong male. And that's who they're
But
eventually going to give their loyalty to.
well, I was gonna ask. Okay, all right, they're dominating the neighborhood, but they're the ones getting shot up and killed a lot by the police and getting locked up by white folks. So do
Uh-huh.
that show that they're not the dominant man in those neighborhoods anyway?
Well, well, that ain't going to make no difference to her. Remember, she grew up with him. She's used to that. This is what I mean. This is what I'm saying. Why you have to make sure your community is intact because your woman is going to follow what's in your community. She grew up with Pookies and Ray Ray. She grew up with Pookies and Ray Ray getting beat up. Pookies and Ray Ray's been going back and forth to jail since they were 13 or 14 years old. She's used to that. It comes with the
So
territory.
okay, but so she's used to him failing, is what?
Right, right. She's used to it.
Okay,
She's used to it because there's no other strong male leadership in her community to teach her different, to expose Pookie Ray Ray. Hey, no, 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 no. This is actually the bad black man you don't want to be with. These are the good black men over here. This is where you need to put your attention. There's no leadership in the community doing that. And they grow
at
up with
least
these
not
Pookies and Ray Ray. Huh?
at least not enough, right? I'm I'm gonna say they're not
Well,
there. It's
well,
just not enough.
in some communities we can say it's not enough, but there are some communities where it's not present at all.
Yeah, I can agree with that one.
Yeah, it's just not.
Um,
And
you know, and
The Pookies and Ray Rays dictate what goes on in the community. And this is where you create women who do bids with men
yeah,
that they
Yeah.
feel obligated to support their men when they go to jail for 10 and 15 years, holding him down, putting money on his commissary, going to
Yep.
get 2 and 3 jobs. She's there trying to balance the kids and keep money on his commissary. This all comes out of that environment.
Because Pookie and Ray Ray
Right.
puts it on a line. He puts it all on the
Right.
line.
And
He's not afraid.
I dare you to say something bad about Poogies and Ray Rays because they'll fight you on it.
Oh yeah.
They think because they think he's stellar because
yeah,
they grew up with him. They was nurtured together with him. They was cultivated with him. They believe that he is the strong alpha male. That's why he's walking around with him.
right. And
Right.
it doesn't help that you have the media that promotes that more than the educated
Well,
black
actually,
man.
I wouldn't even say the media because black men glorify bad dudes more than the media do.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it's all in
and
the
that's
guy.
another
It's
thing.
all in. Listen, It's all in the damn neighborhoods. They out there all kinds of times of the night. What up, Doug? I had to break one of my nephews out of that, calling each other's thugs
Oh
around
wow.
girls. What up, Doug? Yo, what's up, Doug? Where you from, Doug? Hey, hold on, man. You ain't no damn thug. What are you talking about? I had to jump on one of my nephews, talking crazy, calling himself a thug, and calling other young brothers thugs. And this is what, right? And this is the kind of stuff that these girls that grow up in now. Not all of the women will fall for that. Some women are strong enough to break away from that and get out of the environment, but a lot of women are not.
Right.
They become complacent. This is what it is. And he's selling drugs, even though he's going back and forth to jail. He's buying them. Like, y'all remember that song by the Juice? I saw you walking in the rain, right? Remember the part where he was talking about, I gave you Gucci handbags, blue diamonds. I
Oh
gave you things you
yeah.
couldn't even
Walking
pronounce,
in the
right?
Yeah.
rain.
Right? That's what he's doing. He's the
Yeah.
juice. He's giving her Gucci handbags, blue diamonds. He's giving her things she can't even pronounce. So he going to jail. She don't give a damn because she think it's normal.
Right.
That's why she doing a bid with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Heard
argue
that.
that. I
Mm.
mean, I can't argue it.
I'm
And
not.
and
Yeah, we
so
listen.
I
Right, we have to listen. We have to understand, right? Men are the leaders. The woman is following the man. Her
Right.
behavior is purely reactionary. Her behavior isn't. She's not a deliberate person. Her behavior is purely reactionary. She is going to react to your behavior and she's going to make the adjustment. She's going to say, okay, well, these type of men in my community, they're dominant. They're the ones with the money. Yeah, they go to jail, but you know, they get money for their kids and stuff like that. And women are about surviving. They're great survivalists. I had a show where I talked about um, Iceberg Slim mother, right? How she moved in with a dude that she didn't even like because her and her son was on the street. She moved in with the dude that she didn't like, she didn't love, but dude had serious resources. So she got her and her son off the street. They got into a nice, comfy place. She never loved the dude, didn't even like the dude, but gave him sex anyway because she needed a roof over the head of her and her son. Now, was she wrong for doing that, or was she surviving?
probably both.
She had to do, yeah, she had to do something to get her son off the street. They do stuff like that. They're going to survive. If they see that Pookie and Ray Ray, who's fathering their baby, is dropping jewels and dropping that money, and they're taking care of the kids, it's okay if he go to jail for a couple of years. I'm gonna put money on his commissary because I know when he get out, he gonna make that bread again. And some women get used to that, and that's how they end up with the Pookies and Ray Rays. And the so-called educated dudes, some of them ain't even in the community. Some of them done left the community, bro. They done went off to college somewhere, and they ain't never coming back. They don't even come back to the community. And so in some communities, this is the alpha male. Now he ain't the alpha male in all communities, but in some communities, he's the dominant male. And the woman is following him because he controls the neighborhood. He's the one that they see people coming to, as an authority figure. Some going down the neighborhood, they come to Pookie and Ray Ray to get stuff taken care of, kind of like the Godfather. Like if you saw the Godfather, right? You see people in the neighborhood come to him to ask him to fix their problems. A guy came to the Godfather and told him about somebody is after his daughter. And he paid his respects and they took care of it. Well, the Pookies and Ray Rays are the same way. People in the community go to them, hey, Ray Ray, somebody is stalking my child at school. Can you deal with it? Oh, I'll take care of it. I've seen it happen, bro. I know communities where the Pookies and Ray Rays dominate, and all of the nice women, the fine women in that community, they rolling with the Pookies and Ray Rays, driving Benzes. But the Pookies and Ray Rays, they sell drugs. They got all this money. These girls are out here driving Benzes with their nails done, got their hair did. They don't give a they can care less what you think. They man is handling it up. As far as they're concerned, they got a real man. And Pookies and Ray Ray, they can protect. That's another issue. I keep telling y'all how important protection is to a woman because she has children. She nests in the environment. Niggas ain't listening. Protection is right up there with love. Matter of fact, some women will forego love for protection. They'll be with
Yep.
a nigga that don't really love them like that, and he just did the, to pump and dump, but he can protect.
And protection is in the realm of security. You understand?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He can keep her safe. That's extremely important when you're dealing with a woman. Security. Because they have children. They want to make sure that the man that they with can provide maximum protection for them and their children. Pookies and Ray Rays can protect. They'll put up, they'll bust a cap in somebody's ass.
Oh yeah, and definitely.
Yeah.
They can protect.
Yeah, until they put the cap in the woman's ass or something like that.
Well, that rarely happens. Usually, Pookies and Ray Ray love their women because their women ride with them.
Yeah.
You know, their women do biz with them. The guys in the communities that harm women are the thugs. A Pookie and Ray Ray isn't a thug. I keep telling people he's not a thug. He's more like a Pookie and Ray Ray is more like a um more like an OG, but not a thug. Like they don't terrorize their community. You know, they don't go and beat up old ladies and stuff like that. They don't do stuff like that. They're more like a like a father figure OG type. And
Yeah.
they beat up the thugs. They chase the thugs out of the community. The thugs are afraid of them. But it's
Kind
the
of like
thugs
what y'all
that
used to do back in Jersey. You know what
right.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But the thugs are the ones who cause all the mischief in the community. They're the ones who shooting at people, shooting at girls, stuff like that. And the Pookies and Ray Rays are the ones that usually, run them off, run them out of the community.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Uh,
but the thing is they getting blurred together, and that's another issue that's going on.
you said they
They
you said
getting
they get
blurred
what
together.
together?
They getting
They get
blended
blurred.
together. Yeah. To where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
there's no difference. And
yeah.
so yeah, but like I said, I hear what you're saying, and you know, I always look at it, I agree with you. You know, if you have a community like that where these guys are the dominant, yeah, the women are going to ride with them, even if they are going to jail, even if they are doing some stuff that in in hindsight may not be the best for the community, but they're gonna ride with them. So like I said, I've always said, you know, if you want to counter the Pookies and Ray Rays, then you're gonna have to be able to take control of the image and make them look like they're the lesser and you're the better. But until you're not doing that, if you just keep, I don't know, whining about it or
And
complaining about it, you
They
know,
I'm gonna
gotta
tell you
keep.
it's
They
something.
not
gotta
gonna
take
change.
control of the situation, not just
Yeah,
the image.
but I'm gonna tell y'all something that's
Well,
gonna have y'all shocked about Pookies and Ray Rays, right? Now I don't know what's going on today because I don't see the modern day Pookie and Ray Ray. I don't call these little niggas any Pookies and Ray Ray. I'm going on the old school Pookies and Ray Rays, right? Pookies and Ray Rays, the real ones, they don't abuse their women, man.
Oh no, they don't.
They don't, they don't beat up their women. You'll never see them out in the street smacking their women around, beating their women up, kicking them and all that, beating them up while they're pregnant. They don't do that. They'll kill a nigga who doing it, but they don't do that shit.
Right.
They take care of their women. Their only problem is that they're going back and forth to jail. They're
Right.
actually good dudes. They take care of
Yeah.
their kids too.
Right.
They don't beat up on their women. You don't see them out there smacking their women around, kicking them in the stomach, all this other dumb shit that I heard these little stupid niggas say up here on social media. Beating up on pregnant women like that makes you some kind of strong man. And you would get back in my day, you would get smoked for beating up a pregnant woman.
Oh yeah. You
Cowardly that is. You would have to leave town, bro.
oh, yeah.
There would be nowhere in the
All right.
town that
And
you
you'll
can
be able
go.
to. You won't even be able to
Yeah,
make that train.
exactly. You wouldn't even be able to leave. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to live there, man. You have to get out of town. You know. But yeah, this is a stunning fact about Pookies and Ray Rays coming from people who actually grew up with them. The old school ones, they don't beat on their women. They don't raise their hands to their women. They
Okay.
don't. They don't. I don't know what today's so-called Pookie and Ray Ray doing. I don't know what these niggas are doing.
Right.
And well, first of all, I don't even know what type of dudes these are anyway. I ain't never seen dudes like this. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just going on what I grew up with and what I seen, and the Pookies and Ray Rays that I know. They're not abusive to their women, man. That's why their women will ride with them in a heartbeat. I was on a panel with a woman that was married to was even married to a Pookie and Ray Ray. They were still on the boyfriend and girlfriend stage, and I asked her, would she do a bid with him? She didn't even hesitate. She said, absolutely. Didn't even think about it. And then came out with some, and then she went on some explanation because he's holding it down, he's bringing money in, he's taking care of the house. The least I can do is support him when he gets clipped by the police. I was like, what?
Mm.
Yeah.
She was dead serious. Yes, I would do a bid with him. I would hold him down, put money on his commissary. I would come give him conjugal visits if I could, if the prison allows it. She said she would even let him get her pregnant again in jail on a conjugal visit and have another one of his babies. And understand, so they weren't even married. And she was already on it like that. And then check this out. I'm going to tell you another thing. You ask these women who are with these women Ray Rays, what type of dudes they are? Every last one say, oh, he's a great guy. He's funny. He's witty. He loves us. He loves me and his daughter. He takes us places. They'll tell you a story about a dream nigga. When they get finished talking to you, man, you will look like a deer in headlights. Your eyes would be, you be walking around here with your eyes as big as grapefruits, wide open, mouth open, because you can't believe what you just heard. Because your interpretation of what a Pookie and Ray Ray is, right? When here you got the women who are either married to these guys or in a serious relationship with them, they describe them as great guys, good fathers. Oh, he loves his son. He plays with his son all the time. He loves his daughter. He plays with her all the time. He buys her everything. He never says no to her. He takes us places. He protects us. He keeps the home safe. And you like, what? Don't believe me? Ask one of them who's married to a Pookie and Ray Ray or in a serious relationship with one, and watch won't they describe him as a great guy. The only problem that the Pookies and Ray Rays have is that they don't want to hold down a real job, and they out here selling drugs to keep going back and forth to jail. Other than that, they make great husbands and fathers. I've
Well,
never known one not to. I've never known one not to take. I know several Pookies and Ray Rays, right? All of them take care of their kids. Every
I do
last one of
too.
them. They all take care of their kids.
Yeah.
I've never known one not to take care of his son or his daughter.
well, I guess me working where I am, I see the whole mixture of them. So, I guess I have a different view of them than y'all
Mm,
do. So,
yeah.
but I always look at it. Okay, that's great if they're there, but if you're going to jail all the time, are you really protecting your woman and your child? Because at the end of the day, you're not there. If you're going back and forth, is that really, is
Okay.
that really, is that really protection? I mean, if you're there, it's great. I mean, but if you're not there, you're doing 2, 3, 4, 5 years in prison.
Well,
Is that really the type of protection that the type of protection that they need? Is what I'm
well, they
saying.
pl- right. Well, they plan for stuff like that, right? They usually got two or three dudes that they know. They got some serious pull, and when they go away, they tell them, "Hey man, look after my family. All right, when you ready to go down, they be like, no problem, dude. I got that." So they make sure that they women and children are protected even when they're in jail
Okay.
because they know people. They well connected,
Yeah.
and they ain't no man because of their reputation. Ain't nobody gonna run down their family anyway.
Nah.
Nah, ain't nobody running down on them.
No.
Yeah, you probably usually back then. Now,
Yeah, well
I don't
now,
know.
yeah, you got me on now,
That,
cause
yeah, now shit. That reputation. Man, fact,
uh,
shit. They be more quick to run down on the
yeah,
family now.
I got to bow out on that one because I have no idea. Yeah,
Man,
Right.
you
this
got me on
man,
this.
that honor thing is, man.
I can imagine, bro, because I still don't know what kind of dudes. I ain't never seen dudes like this, but these dudes ain't got no integrity, no honor. They ain't got no manhood. Ain't no dog in them. They act like little girls. They argue all the time. They cat fight. They worry about each other being ugly and handsome and send each other topless shirt pics. And
Hey,
I ain't never seen nothing like this, man.
hey,
Man,
Matt.
this,
Okay.
Hey, Max. I hate to interrupt, but we need some clarification in the chat. There's discussion about the Pookies and the Thugs, and are the Pookies leaders of the Thugs? Are the Thugs leader of the Thugs? And you know, there's some people that's saying that um, um, that that some of them agree with you. The Pookies are like that, and some are saying that let's see, let me back it up a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Thugs. Okay. Wait. No, let me go further back. Pookies today. Yvette goes. Pookies today are leaders of gangs. The thugs are the soldiers. And did
And she might be right because, like I said, today I don't know what's going on today. I'm not from this era. These dudes today, I don't know what the hell is on. She could be right.
and,
It's a possibility that it's switched.
uh and then Truth is says the thugs are leaders of the gangs too. Some Pookies are, I think. And
what?
then he goes, some of my cousins are what you call a Pookie, and they take care of all their kids by any means necessary. That's what Truth
Yeah,
said, 100%.
yeah, they take
And
care of their kids.
Yeah.
mhm. And Yvette goes, Truth, the game has order. Pookie is leading. The game doesn't last long. Thugs.
Well, okay. Well, let me stop you there.
Uh-huh.
First, let me give you a clarification on how a Pookie and Ray Ray get created. Right? The Pookies and Ray Rays come from the boys who used to fight a lot in the neighborhood. and they develop a reputation for winning fights all the time. And then they gain respect amongst the other brothers on the street because they can fight. Back then, fighting was a big deal. I ran with dudes who hit hard, man. They was known for knocking niggas out. My dude Pieface, God rest his soul, killed the dude just by punching him in the face. He hit him so hard, right? So I ran with some hard hit niggas that will drop you with one punch or break your ribs with one punch, because that's what it was about back then. So if you had cats that can do that, then you had respect. Pieface was a Pookie or a Ray Ray, right? He would knock niggas out in the hood and have mad respect, but he would not put his hands on women. He would protect women. He loved black women. And he took care of his little daughter. And he was never in no gang. The gangs were afraid of him. That is how a Pookie and Ray Ray get created. They usually come out of the streets, forged by the streets in hand-to-hand combat. And they get the reputation of being able to handle up. And guys become afraid of them. Guys don't want to tangle with them one-on-one in hand-to-hand combat because they don't want to get knocked out or worse. But a Pookie is disrespectful to the law. He don't believe that he should hold a real job. So he started doing things like selling drugs or stealing or whatever, but he don't, steal from black people. He go after these white people. That's why they always doing time. They steal from white people all the time. And they slang drugs, right? Now, some of the slang drugs in the community, okay? I'm not saying that that's right, but they do, right? But they don't. They make sure their drugs ain't sold around kids. If they catch you selling drugs around the school, they'll break your fucking neck. They don't want you around no kids. They usually give kids money on the first day of school. Usually be out there giving kids $20, $10, on their first day of back to school. And everybody in the community is cool with the Pookies and Ray Rays. People let them come in their house and have dinner. We hang out on the porch because they got that fierce reputation on the street. You know what I'm saying? They ain't a part of no gang. They don't need a gang. They got a reputation all in itself. These guys had names, right, that rung out louder than gangs. Pieface, Julian Moore, Meatball, Godfather, Jimmy Baxter. These guys will knock your head off in the street. And they had no reputation. Wherever they went, they had respect. And gangs would bow down to them. They wouldn't fuck with these dudes. And they can go up to the gangs and tell niggas, hey, don't come down the street. Don't go over here no more. And the gangs won't go over there no more. Because they didn't want nothing with these dudes. They didn't want nothing. They didn't want no smoke. So if there was gang members in a certain area, causing mischief, a mother could go to the local Pookie and Ray Ray on the block and say, hey, Pa, these gang members came down here and scared my daughter. I don't know what they're doing over there. He was like, oh, and they was very respectful of the mothers in the community. Miss Johnson, where at? Oh, right over there. Who was doing it? Oh, it looked like little JoJo and them up the street. I think they all gangs. Okay, I'll take care of it. Then he'd go down there, step to little JoJo and their little gang. Hey, I catch you guys around here again, harassing Miss So-and-so's daughter. I'm going to whoop every last one of y'all asses. And that's the last time you see the gang around there. That's where the Pookie and Ray Ray is, y'all. They're not gang members. They're like de facto protectors of the community. And they don't beat on black women, and they take care of their kids. If it wasn't for the fact that they sold drugs and stuff, they would be, ideal dudes.
Right.
But they sell drugs and stuff. That's a Pookie and Ray Ray. Now, the one who's always causing mischief, throwing bottles at shit, starting fires, beating up on girls, beating up, raping girls, those are thugs. A thug don't have no loyalty to the black people in the community. A thug is a part of a gang who are hell bent on chaos and violence. Okay? You won't find a Pookie and a Ray Ray in a gang. What you will find gangs are filled with thugs. The thug is the troublemaker. That's the one who starts all this shit in the community. Going around shooting through people's windows at night, busting out people's car windows, doing all kinds of chaotic shit like that. Those are thugs. Now, today, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who the thugs are and who the Pookies and Ray Rays are. I have no idea.
Well, the way you put it, I think what happened was, with the drugs and the war on drugs, those crime bills, it took a lot of those Pookies and Ray Rays, the ones that, yeah, they sold drugs, but they kept a certain order, kind of like how the mob was.
Mm-hmm.
When you took all of them out and all you left was these thugs, I think
Yeah,
that's where the problems start coming in.
yeah. The thugs ain't shit. Thugs don't have no. Thugs are mindless. They will kill people for no reason. They'll kill old ladies. They were the ones in the community back in the day committing these crimes, snatching old ladies' pocketbooks, hitting them over the head and stuff like that. Some of them, the old woman died, and they
Yeah.
got dealt with. But those were the thugs. They was the ones doing shit like that. Boogies and Ray Rays don't do stuff like that. They protect from stuff like that. Usually, where Pookie and Ray Ray lived, there was no violence because people were afraid to come on that part of the block and do something crazy because a certain Pookie or Ray Ray lived there. Like where Pa lived at, there was no violence on his block. Would nobody, tough enough to come down there and start some shit on Pa's block? Pa just got finished killing the dude with one punch. That was one of the hardest hitting niggas I ever been around. Him and Jimmy Baxter. Man, I remember one time I was boxing Jimmy Baxter. That nigga hit me in the right side of my ribs and shook my left side of my rib cage. That nigga hit so hard.
Oof.
These were hard hitting niggas. Okay, they will break something when they hit you. Then they had all of the reputation. They had the respect. And even the gangs wouldn't fuck with them. So if you lived on the block and Pa lived on your block, you was straight with no gangs coming over there. If you lived on a block with Julian Moore, with no gangs. If you lived on a block with Jimmy Baxter, with no gangs coming through there. That's the kind of command, that's the kind of respect that these dudes had. If one of them lived on your block, you was safe. Because wouldn't nobody come on your block doing nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they would try to go outside the community and sell drugs. Like some of them tried to go as close as of the city line between Jersey City and Bayonne because there was white women over there buying drugs. So that was like the children to the police got wind of that, came over there and broke all that shit up. But they used to try to go to the edge of the city and sell drugs to white people. But like I said, if it went for them selling drugs, man, they'd be ideal dudes.
Right.
But no. But today, I don't know what's going on today.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I think what it is, they getting blurred, and because I think some of these females who've been around thugs thinking they're pookies, and some of these guys who've been around thugs thinking they're pookies and Ray Ray, so they getting them mixed up. Yeah, because where I work, I mean, I can see the distinction between the pookies, the Ray Rays, and the thugs. and you
And
would
another,
see how they act
uh,
towards us in my profession.
right. And another thing about Pookies and Ray Rays, they were cool, man. Like if you go to them and say, "Yo, man, what's up, man?" They speak to you, "Hey, man, what's up, bro?" They wasn't tripping like that. They wasn't on some, "Who the hell are you? Who you doing?" Nah, they shake your hand, man, pat you and say, "Hey, man, what's going on? How you doing?" They were cool people. They was just real life badasses, but they were cool people, man. You can hang out with them, cookouts. They chill, play basketball with you, man. They wasn't like terrifiers of the community. They guarded against that. But they like doing things that everybody else do. They loved cookouts. They played basketball, football. They were cool people. They shake your hand, "Hey man, what's up?" You know, they were cool people. It was the thugs that you had a problem with. You went into the air with the thugs at, "What you doing down here, nigga? What, yo, man, let's run this nigga pockets." See, the thugs, that's why eventually they got pushed to like one side of the city. And so they would be on some chaotic shit, doing crimes for no reason, breaking in people's cars, just doing all around fucked up shit. You know, just mindless little niggas running around doing all sorts of bad shit. You know,
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, and and like I said, I got to get educated on it myself because I used to kind of blur the two, and then when you get on social media, it's like there is no distinction. They all lumped in the same thing, and yeah, and I think that now it's more understood that why there
nah,
is this.
Yvette, these guys, the Pookies and Ray Rays, the real ones, they didn't like gangs. They never hung out with gangs. They never were leaders of any gang. They were their own people. They stayed by themselves, to themselves, because they didn't need no help from nobody. They can knock niggas out. They was blessed with strength and being able to handle dudes in combat. They didn't need to be around again. They didn't like gangs. They wasn't gang members.
They probably just had people they were cool with, and they were following
Yeah.
them.
Like you said, they were leaders of gangs. Maybe today Pookie and Ray Ray's the leaders of gangs, but no, not them old school Pookie and Ray Rays. They hated gangs. They thought people in gangs were cowards. You know, and yeah, Old Dog was a thug, man. He wasn't no Pookie or no, Kane wasn't no Pookie either. Kane was a thug too. Both of them were thugs. Both of them were thugs. Kane and Old Dog, they were thugs. Kane was a crazy ass nigga. He was a homicidal maniac. No, 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 no. See, here we go again. Um, Tuki was a thug. He wasn't a Pookie or a Ray Ray. He was just a big, tough thug. Now, later on, he became a Pookie and a Ray Ray in jail. But no, eventually, when he first started, he was a straight up street thug. He was a straight up thug. He was all thug. And like I said, truth is, Old Dog and Kane, they both was thugs. They were no Pookies and Ray Rays. They were thugs.
Yeah, but anyway, Max, I'm gonna have to jump off. Got to
Yeah.
get ready for work.
All right, man.
And, but thanks. I mean, thanks for the talk. I mean,
Hey,
it gives me a
always,
little
man.
more clarity of
Hmm.
what's going on. So, thanks and peace, power, unity, everybody.
All right, man. Peace, power, unity, man. Always go. Glad to have my brother, bro, speak up here. You know what I'm saying? Cool brother, y'all. Very, very cool brother. And I respect what he do, man. It ain't easy being a correctional officer. That's a prison is dangerous. Don't get it fucked up. A prison is dangerous. Even if you are armed, it's still dangerous. As a matter of fact, I just read something where they had one of the worst prison riots in history, where they had beheadings and decapitations and all that. I think it was in El Salvador. No, no, it was in one of these Spanish countries. Um, uh, where they were cutting people's heads off in the prison. I think they killed 600 people or something like that. It was crazy. But anyway, we getting ready to shut it down.
That was really bad.
Tukey Williams started the Crips. Okay, I forgot who started the Bloods, but I know Tukey Williams started the Crips.
And from what I understand, they weren't really trying to be a gang. They were trying to protect their community. Somehow
Yeah,
it progressed into the gang.
yeah, they turned it. Because, excuse me. Yeah, because they saw that they can take the people for money, and that power was better, and they just went straight thuggish with it. They tried to become Poogies and Ray Rays, but then they just all turned into thugs. You know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Old Dog was a straight up thug. So was Kane. They both was thugs. You know. And so, all right, y'all, we getting ready to shut it down. Interesting topic. We ain't even touched everything on this topic though. We just touched on one aspect of it that we felt was in our wheelhouse because it has to also do with relations. So we had our unique spin on it. But it's a very interesting topic. Do black women belong to black men? I mean, it's something you can talk about for days. You can even reverse it. I mean, you can go back and forth. There's a lot that you can do with this topic. You know. But anyway, Dan, cue up the music. Excuse me. Dan, you there?